We often label ourselves or others as lazy when goals remain unachieved. We think it's a simple matter of willpower. But this is a misconception. Laziness is rarely the root cause. Instead, it is a symptom of deeper psychological or environmental factors. These factors act as roadblocks on our path to success. Think of it like an iceberg. We only see the tip, the laziness. Underneath the surface lies a complex network of thoughts, feelings, and external pressures. These hidden elements are what truly hinder our progress. Understanding these underlying causes is crucial to overcoming them. It's time to look beyond the label of lazy and explore the real reasons behind our struggles. In the following sections, we will delve into these hidden obstacles. We will explore how psychological tools like cognitive behavioral therapy, mindfulness-based stress reduction, and self-determination theory can help us break free. These approaches empower us to achieve our goals and live more fulfilling lives. Our thoughts have immense power over our actions. They shape our perceptions, influence our emotions, and ultimately guide our behaviors. Negative thought patterns such as self-doubt and fear of failure can sabotage our best intentions. These thoughts can create a mental barrier that prevents us from taking the necessary steps to achieve our goals. We might think, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never be able to do this." These thoughts can be deeply ingrained and often stem from past experiences or societal pressures. These thoughts become self-fulfilling prophecies, leading to inaction and, ultimately, reinforcing the belief that we are lazy or incapable. This cycle can be incredibly difficult to break without the right tools and strategies. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, provides practical strategies to combat these negative thought patterns. It is a structured, goal-oriented form of therapy that focuses on the present and helps individuals develop coping mechanisms. CBT helps us identify, challenge, and reframe these thoughts. By recognizing the negative patterns, we can begin to understand their origins and impact on our lives. Let's say you're struggling to start a challenging project. The mere thought of beginning can be overwhelming, and you might find yourself procrastinating or avoiding the task altogether. You might catch yourself thinking, "I'm going to fail." This thought can paralyze you, making it difficult to take the first step. CBT encourages you to examine the evidence for this thought. Is there concrete proof that you will fail, or is it just a fear-based assumption? You then replace it with a more balanced and empowering thought like, "This is going to be tough, but I'm capable of learning and growing through the process." This shift in perspective can make a significant difference in how you approach the task. By shifting our thinking, we change our emotional state and our behavior. Positive thoughts can lead to increased motivation and a willingness to take on challenges. We become more willing to take action and persevere through challenges. This newfound resilience can help us achieve our goals and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. CBT empowers us to break free from the chains of negative thought patterns. It provides us with the tools to build a healthier, more positive mindset. It helps us build a more positive and resilient mindset. Engaging in activities that promote well-being, such as yoga or meditation, can further reinforce these positive changes. This is essential for achieving our goals. By cultivating a positive mindset and developing effective coping strategies, we can navigate life's challenges with greater ease and confidence. Reflecting on our progress and acknowledging our achievements, no matter how small, can also reinforce our positive mindset. Journaling can be a helpful tool in this process, allowing us to track our growth and celebrate our successes. Sharing our success stories with others can also be empowering. It not only boosts our confidence, but can also inspire those around us to adopt a more positive outlook. Building a support network of friends, family, or like-minded individuals can provide additional encouragement and motivation. Knowing that we are not alone in our journey can make a significant difference in our overall well-being. As we continue to practice CBT techniques and build a positive mindset, we become more hopeful and determined. Setting new goals and striving for continuous improvement becomes a natural part of our lives. Ultimately, CBT helps us create a more fulfilling and meaningful life. By transforming our thoughts, we transform our reality, paving the way for a brighter and more optimistic future. Let's meet Sarah, who always wanted to run a marathon but believed she was too lazy and not athletic enough. Sarah's negative self-talk held her back for years. Then, she discovered CBT. Through therapy, Sarah learned to identify her self-defeating thoughts. She started challenging them and replacing them with more positive affirmations. Instead of saying, "I'm not a runner," Sarah began telling herself, "I'm becoming a runner." This shift in mindset had a profound impact. Sarah started small, gradually increasing her mileage and celebrating her progress. She surrounded herself with supportive friends who encouraged her journey. A year later, Sarah crossed the finish line of her first marathon. CBT provided her with the tools to overcome her self-doubt and unlock her potential. Sarah's story illustrates how powerful changing our thoughts can be. It shows that we are all capable of achieving incredible things when we believe in ourselves. Section 4. Stress, the silent motivation killer. Stress is an unavoidable part of life. It comes in many forms, from the daily grind of work and personal responsibilities to unexpected challenges and crises. But chronic, unmanaged stress can be incredibly draining. It seeps into every aspect of our lives, affecting our physical health, mental well-being, and overall quality of life. It can manifest as procrastination, difficulty concentrating, and low energy, all of which are often mistaken for laziness. These symptoms can create a vicious cycle where the more stressed we become, the harder it is to break free. When we're overwhelmed with stress, it's hard to find the motivation to pursue our goals. Our minds become cluttered with worries and anxieties, making it difficult to focus on what truly matters. It feels like we're constantly in survival mode. Our bodies are on high alert, ready to respond to perceived threats, which leaves little room for creativity, productivity, or joy. Mindfulness-based stress reduction, or MBSR, offers a powerful antidote to chronic stress. Developed by Dr. Jon Kabat-Zinn, MBSR combines mindfulness meditation and yoga to help individuals manage stress more effectively. MBSR teaches us to pay attention to the present moment without judgment. By focusing on our breath and bodily sensations, we can anchor ourselves in the here and now, rather than getting lost in worries about the past or future. Through mindfulness practices like meditation and yoga, we learn to observe our thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. This helps us develop a greater sense of self-awareness and emotional regulation. This allows us to create space between ourselves and our stress, reducing its impact on our mind and body. We become more resilient, better able to cope with challenges, and less likely to be overwhelmed by stress. By managing stress through mindfulness, we conserve our mental and emotional energy. This energy can then be redirected towards activities that bring us joy and fulfillment, rather than being drained by constant worry and anxiety. This, in turn, allows us to focus on what truly matters and pursue our goals with renewed clarity and purpose. We become more productive, creative, and motivated as our minds are no longer bogged down by stress. MBSR is not about eliminating stress entirely. Stress is a natural part of life, and some level of stress can even be beneficial, pushing us to grow and adapt. It's about equipping ourselves with the tools to navigate stress more effectively and prevent it from derailing our progress. By incorporating mindfulness into our daily routines, we can build a foundation of inner peace and resilience that supports us in all areas of life. Section 5. Finding calm amidst the chaos, mindfulness in action. In today's fast-paced world, finding moments of tranquility can seem like an impossible task. Yet mindfulness offers a pathway to serenity, even in the midst of our busiest days. Imagine a high-powered executive John juggling a demanding job and family life. His days are filled with back-to-back meetings, tight deadlines, and the constant pressure to perform. Despite his success, John often feels like he's barely keeping his head above water. John, constantly feeling overwhelmed, struggled to find time for his personal goals. The stress of his professional responsibilities left him drained, both physically and mentally. He found himself working late into the night, only to wake up exhausted and unmotivated the next day. He longed to write a book but felt too lazy and exhausted after long workdays. The manuscript he dreamed of completing remained untouched, gathering dust on his desk. Each day, the gap between his aspirations and reality seemed to widen. John realized that his stress was the real culprit, not laziness. He began to understand that his constant state of tension was sapping his energy and creativity. This realization was a turning point, prompting him to seek a solution. He decided to try MBSR, or mindfulness-based stress reduction. Intrigued by the potential benefits, John delved into books and attended seminars to learn more about this practice. He discovered that mindfulness could help him manage his stress and reclaim his life. John integrated short mindfulness exercises into his daily routine. He started with simple breathing exercises, taking a few minutes each day to focus on his breath. These small moments of mindfulness began to make a big difference. He practiced mindful breathing during his commute and took brief moments to appreciate nature. Whether on the bus or during a walk, John found that these practices helped him stay grounded and present. These seemingly small changes had a significant impact. John noticed that he was becoming more relaxed and less reactive to stress. His newfound calmness began to permeate other areas of his life. John found himself feeling calmer and more centered, even amidst his hectic schedule. He was able to handle multiple tasks with greater ease and efficiency, without feeling overwhelmed. With his stress levels reduced, John rediscovered his energy and motivation. He began to wake up feeling refreshed and ready to tackle the day. His productivity soared, and he found joy in his work once again. He started dedicating 30 minutes each morning to writing, a practice that previously felt impossible. This quiet time became a cherished part of his routine, allowing him to make steady progress on his manuscript. A year later, John proudly held his published book in his hands. The sense of accomplishment was profound, a testament to the power of mindfulness in transforming his life. MBSR empowered him to reclaim his time and energy. It provided him with the tools to manage stress and stay focused on his goals. John felt a renewed sense of control over his life. It allowed him to pursue his passion with a renewed sense of purpose. The practice of mindfulness not only helped him achieve his dream of writing a book, but also enriched his overall quality of life. John's story demonstrates that mindfulness is not about escaping from our busy lives. Instead, it's about finding balance and peace within the chaos. It's about learning to navigate the demands of life with grace and composure. It's about finding moments of calm within the chaos, enabling us to live more fulfilling and meaningful lives. By integrating mindfulness into our daily routines, we can transform our relationship with stress and discover a deeper sense of well-being.